All right, so you know how we always talk about staying ahead of the curve and finding those tools that can really make a difference in how we run our businesses?
Yeah.
Well, this time you brought something to the table that feels like it could be a total game changer. Nucleus AI.
It's pretty interesting stuff, right?
It is,
Yeah.
especially for someone like me who's constantly juggling client calls while trying to, actually do the work. The idea that AI could step in and handle those interactions is it's pretty tempting, to
Yeah.
say the
Oh,
least.
absolutely. And that's exactly the kind of pain point they seem to be targeting, that feeling of always being on call and the potential for missed opportunities if you can't answer every ring.
Yeah, that fear of missing out on a potential client because you're in the middle of a shoot or editing or just, trying to have dinner with your family, it's a real struggle.
Yeah.
So for this deep dive, I think our mission is to really break down what Nucleus AI offers and how it actually works, in the real world.
Hmm.
But more importantly, what could it mean for businesses like ours that are always looking for ways to be more efficient and never miss a beat when it comes to potential customers?
I think that's a great approach to really understand if this is just hype or if there's real substance here.
Right. And the thing that really caught my eye right off the bat was their promise of handling business calls for free. Free always gets my attention, but free in the world of AI and business solutions, that definitely needs a closer look.
Yeah. Free can be a loaded term sometimes, but it's certainly a powerful hook.
So let's jump into it. Their big headline is Never Miss Another Business Call, which sounds amazing in theory, but how does their AI actually make that happen?
Well, and this is particularly relevant to you given how much you value your time and focus. The way Nucleus AI frames it is that you're essentially getting an AI employee. So it's not just a piece of software. They're presenting it as this virtual team member.
Interesting.
Yeah. And this AI employee's sole job is to answer every single call that comes in 24/7.
Okay, so instead of letting that phone ring and ring or going straight to voicemail, which, let's be honest, can be a black hole,
Yeah.
sometimes this AI is there to pick up every time.
Precisely.
But it's not just about answering the phone, right? I mean, a traditional answering machine can do that. It sounds like Nucleus AI goes beyond that.
You're absolutely right. And from the information you've gathered from their website, it seems like this AI employee can actually engage with callers. It can handle those initial inquiries, capture important messages, and even have, somewhat natural conversations.
Okay, so it's not just a robotic voice saying, leave a message after the
Yeah.
beep.
Not at all. They're emphasizing the natural language processing capabilities. So the goal is for these interactions to feel more human and less like you're talking to a machine.
That's really important, especially in a field like mine where building relationships is so crucial. You don't want potential clients to feel like they're talking to a robot right from the start.
Exactly. That personal touch is essential, and it sounds like Nucleus AI is trying to address that.
But for me, the biggest win here would be the time it frees up. Just imagine not having to drop everything every time the phone rings.
Especially when you're in those critical focus zones, like when you're deep in an editing session or trying to nail a particularly challenging shot. A ringing phone can completely shatter that concentration.
Oh, absolutely. And even outside of work,
Yeah.
being able to actually relax and enjoy time with family and friends without that nagging feeling that you need to be glued to your phone, that would be huge.
It's about achieving that balance between being accessible to clients and maintaining some semblance of a personal life.
Exactly. It's like having that always on availability without actually being chained to the phone 24/7. Now, speaking of always on, they also make a big deal about how easy it is to get started. Instant setup, instant results was a phrase that really jumped out at me.
Yeah, it does sound almost too good to be true, doesn't it?
Because, let's be honest, setting up new systems can be such a hassle. And the last thing busy entrepreneurs need is another complicated software integration.
They seem to be acutely aware of that. They really emphasize this frictionless onboarding process. No apps to download, no credit card required up front, and a setup process that sounds incredibly straightforward.
It does, and that simplicity is really appealing. You sign up, and boom, you have an AI receptionist ready to handle calls.
That's the promise anyway, and the way they explain it is that as soon as you sign up, they provide you with an AI-powered local business phone number. So you're not stuck with some random out-of-state area code.
Right. That's important for building trust and local credibility.
Absolutely. And from that moment on, their AI is ready to start answering those calls. They specifically mention its ability to provide basic business information, like your hours of operation or location, and to handle those initial inquiries in a professional and courteous manner.
That's key, because Even if I can't personally answer every call, I still want potential clients to have a positive first impression.
It's about maintaining that professional image, even when you're not the one physically answering the phone.
And this might sound silly, but they even have a video on their website demonstrating how quick the setup is. It's like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And for someone like me who's very visual, it really reinforces that idea of instant gratification.
It's smart marketing. It removes any perceived barriers to entry and makes the whole process feel very approachable.
Definitely. But you know what's even more impressive? They actually encourage you to experience it for yourself.
Really?
Yeah. They've listed 2 phone numbers that you can call right now to interact with their AI employee who they've named Alice.
That's bold.
It is. But it also shows a lot of confidence in their technology. They're basically saying, don't just take our word for it. Try it out and see for yourself.
So for anyone listening who's intrigued and wants to give this a shot, the numbers are 1-844-385-2543 and +1-647-945-0261. You can literally pick up your phone right now and have a conversation with Alice.
See? I told you this was cool. But let's move beyond just the general call answering, because what really impressed me was how Nucleus AI has actually considered the unique needs of different types of businesses.
Right, because not every business is going to have the same call handling requirements, and a one-size-fits-all approach just wouldn't cut it.
Exactly. So instead of trying to be everything to everyone, they've actually tailored solutions for specific industries.
And that's where it gets really interesting, because it shows they've thought about the practical applications of this technology across a diverse range of business models.
The examples they highlight on their website really showcase that. They mention event planners, fitness studios, healthcare clinics, property managers, and tradespeople. It's a pretty broad spectrum.
It is. And what's smart about that selection is that each of those industries faces unique communication challenges.
Think about it. A busy event planner is dealing with a constant influx of calls from vendors, attendees, caterers, you name it. Their needs are going to be very different from, say, a healthcare clinic that needs to manage appointment bookings and handle sensitive patient information.
Absolutely. And while the fundamental capability of answering calls remains consistent the way the AI is trained, the specific information it's equipped to handle, even the tone of voice it uses, can be customized to align with the specific industry.
Right, because you wouldn't want a super formal AI answering calls for a fun and energetic fitness studio. And you definitely wouldn't want a casual AI handling sensitive medical inquiries.
It's about matching the communication style to the brand and the context.
Exactly. And the really cool thing is that they emphasize the same core benefits across all these different industries. Enhanced productivity, a better customer experience, and allowing businesses to focus on their core activities. It's like they're saying, no matter what you do, we can help you do it better.
And that's a powerful message. It positions Nucleus AI as a tool for empowerment, rather than just another piece of technology to manage.
And if you're listening and thinking, okay, but what about my industry? They've got you covered. There's a button on their website that says View Industry Use Cases, so you can explore how they've tailored solutions for specific fields.
It's like a choose-your-own-adventure for AI call handling.
Exactly. But you know what's really intriguing to me? The fact that they're already looking ahead of the future and talking about upcoming features.
Well, technology moves fast, right? So it's not just about what they offer today, but also where they're headed.
And the feature they're highlighting is something I think a lot of business owners would be really excited about. Real-time call reports.
Ah, yes. Because knowing that calls are being answered is one thing, but actually having data on those interactions is crucial for making informed decisions.
Right. It's like having that feedback loop that tells you how things are actually working on the ground.
Exactly. And the data points they're planning to include are pretty impressive. They mention customer sentiment analysis, which can actually gauge the caller's emotional state during the conversation. Were they happy, frustrated, neutral? It's like having an emotional intelligence layer built into your call handling.
That's amazing. And think about the insights they could provide.
Yeah.
You could actually see if there are common pain points or questions that callers are consistently expressing, and then use that information to improve your products or services, or even just your website FAQ.
It's about turning those raw interactions into actionable data.
They're also going to be providing data on call trends, things like peak call times and frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
So you can start to anticipate those busy periods and maybe even staff accordingly.
And they'll be offering a detailed history of every call handled by the AI, so you can actually go back and review those conversations if needed.
So it's not just a basic call log. It's like having a transcript of those interactions, which could be incredibly valuable for training purposes or for identifying areas where the AI might need further refinement.
It's about transparency and giving businesses the tools they need to really understand how this AI is impacting their operations.
The value proposition here is clear. Instant insights and complete visibility into this new AI-powered communication channel.
They're talking about live dashboards and reports that will allow businesses to continuously monitor the AI's performance and identify opportunities for optimization.
It's like having a virtual assistant who not only handles your calls, but also provides you with detailed analytics on how those calls are going.
It's a pretty compelling package, especially when you consider the price.
Which brings us to the part that initially grabbed my attention. The fact that they offer a free tier.
We believe in free that's actually free is quite a statement.
It is, especially in the world of SaaS where it feels like everything comes with a monthly subscription fee. But they actually have a free employee tier, which they say is ideal for startups and solopreneurs.
It's a smart strategy. It lowers the barrier to entry and allows businesses to experience the value of the platform without any upfront financial commitment.
But the question is, what do you actually get for free? Is it just a bare bones version with limited functionality?
Surprisingly, no. It actually comes with a pretty robust set of features.
Like what?
Well, first of all, you get that interactive AI attendant that we talked about, the one that can understand and respond to natural language.
Okay.
And you get a new US or Canadian phone number specifically for your business, so you don't have to use your personal number.
That's important.
And of course, the big one. They guarantee that 100% of your incoming calls will be answered. No more missed opportunities because you were in a meeting or away from your desk.
Wow. Okay. And can it transfer calls to other people on my team?
Yes. They allow you to add up to 10 team members to the system and set their availability for live call transfers.
So if a call needs to be escalated to a human, it can be seamlessly routed to the right person.
Exactly. You also get notifications of missed calls via email, and they even include features like noise cancellation and primary speaker detection to improve call clarity. And get this, they offer unlimited usage.
Wait, unlimited usage on a free plan. That's almost unheard of.
It is, and it really reinforces their commitment to providing genuine value to small businesses.
They also give you access to their knowledge center, where you can customize the AI's responses to common questions.
Right. So you can train it to provide specific information about your products or services, or even just answer basic questions about your business hours or location.
And how much can you customize?
With the free plan, you get a 1,000 character limit in the Knowledge Center. So it's not unlimited, but it's definitely enough to get started and handle those most frequent inquiries.
This is really impressive. It's way more than I expected from a free service.
It is, but they also have a paid tier for businesses that need more advanced features or have larger teams.
Okay, so tell me about that.
It's called the Premium Employee, and it costs $20 per month.
Right, and for that price, what do you get?
Well, you get everything that's included in the free plan, plus some significant upgrades. For example, you can bring your existing business phone number to the platform.
That's huge for businesses that have already built up recognition around a specific number.
Absolutely. And you get more control over the customer experience with customizable attendant greetings. So you can make sure the AI is answering calls in a way that aligns with your brand voice.
And what about those missed call notifications?
With the premium plan, you can choose to receive those via SMS in addition to email. So you can get notified even faster if you miss a call.
That's helpful. And what about the Knowledge Center? Is that expanded in the paid tier?
It is. The character limit is increased to 10,000 characters, so you can really get granular with your customization and train the AI to handle a much wider range of inquiries.
And are there any other perks with the premium plan?
Yes. You also get access to additional high-quality voice options for the AI, and you can add up to 100 team members to the system.
Okay, so it's clearly designed for businesses that are growing and need a more robust solution.
Exactly.
Now, I noticed they have a couple of other tiers as well. One's specifically for events.
Yes, the events attendant. And this one's interesting because they don't list a specific price. You have to contact them for a quote.
I'm guessing that's because events can vary so widely in size and scope.
That's probably a factor. But it's also likely because they're offering a more tailored and potentially hands-on approach for event-based communication.
So what does this events attendant actually do?
It's designed to provide a dedicated and brand-aligned phone presence for specific events or marketing campaigns. So let's say you're hosting a conference or a product launch. You can set up an AI-powered phone line specifically for that event.
And people can call that number to get information about the event or register or ask questions.
Exactly. And you can customize the AI's responses to provide all the relevant details about the event, like the date, time, location, speakers, agenda, you name it.
So instead of having to manage a separate phone line and potentially hire additional staff to handle those calls,
Yeah.
you can have this AI do it all for you.
Precisely. And it can be seamlessly integrated into your event marketing materials, like your website landing pages and social media ads.
What's really cool is that you can choose the AI agent's name and voice. So you can really personalize the experience and make it feel like an extension of your brand.
They also emphasize the ability to update the AI's messaging in real time as event details change. So if there's a schedule change or a venue update, you can make those adjustments on the fly.
That's crucial for events where things can change quickly.
And once the event is over, you can easily deactivate the system, so you're not stuck with a phone number and a service you no longer need.
It's a really smart and targeted solution. And then finally, they have their enterprise-level offering, Nucleus Enterprise AI. This one seems like it's aimed at much larger organizations.
It is. They describe it as taking AI capabilities beyond the basics of just call answering.
So what else can this enterprise AI do?
Well, they say it can handle everything from event communications to sending out automated emails and text messages to engaging in live chat conversations. It can even access and read information from internal databases and process orders.
Wow. It's like a multi-talented virtual employee.
They suggest it could potentially fill roles like a virtual receptionist, a sales closer, an order taker, or even an HR professional capable of answering employee questions.
That's pretty remarkable. And I'm guessing this level of AI integration requires a more customized approach.
Definitely. They emphasize that Nucleus Enterprise AI is all about creating tailored solutions that meet the specific needs of large organizations.
So it's not a plug-and-play solution. It's more of a collaborative process where they work with the client to understand their requirements and develop a custom AI implementation.
Exactly. If you're interested in learning more, they have a dedicated section on their website where you can explore the possibilities of Nucleus Enterprise AI.
So taking a step back and looking at everything Nucleus AI offers, what would you say is their core value proposition? What are they really trying to achieve with this technology?
I think it boils down to this. They want to put an intelligent, AI-powered voice at the center of every business's communication strategy.
It's about empowering human teams by freeing them from the often tedious and time-consuming task of handling routine calls.
Exactly. So instead of being tethered to your phone, you can focus on the strategic and creative work that really drives your business forward.
And that's a message that resonates with me. As a creative professional, I want to spend my time creating, not answering the same questions over and over again.
Precisely. And Nucleus AI seems to be offering a way to achieve that balance.
So to sum it all up, it sounds like Nucleus AI is presenting a very accessible and scalable solution for businesses of all sizes. Whether you're a solopreneur just starting out or a large enterprise with complex needs, they seem to have a solution that can fit.
And the fact that they offer a truly free tier is a huge draw. It allows businesses to dip their toes into the world of AI-powered call handling without any financial risk.
Now, as you're listening to this, I want you to think about your own workflow. How much time do you spend on the phone each day? How often do you miss calls or feel frustrated by interruptions?
Could an AI-powered call answering service like Nucleus AI potentially solve some of those pain points for you? Could it free up your time and allow you to focus on the things that really matter?
And here's a bigger question to ponder. As AI becomes more and more integrated into our work lives, what new roles and responsibilities will emerge for us as humans?
How can we leverage the unique strengths of both human intelligence and artificial intelligence to create a more productive and fulfilling work experience?
It's a fascinating question and one that we'll continue to explore as AI technology evolves. In the meantime, I encourage you to check out the Nucleus AI website. They have a wealth of information on their various tiers, their industry-specific solutions, and their vision for the future of AI-powered communication.
It's definitely worth a look.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
As always, it's been a pleasure.